Okay.
So, level 42.
Alright. So, good morning, guys. Thank you for joining me again in this another round of vlogging. And right now, what we're going to be doing is basically we're going to be discussing JCI matters, as all of us are from JCI. We're going to introduce my friends here a bit later on, and then afterwards we're going to be discussing different we're going to be discussing projects, the reasons why we were initially invited or encouraged to join JCI in our respective LO chapters. And then we're going to be doing this in eating Jollibee, considering that Jollibee has recently opened, and considering that all of us have grown to Jollibee, so we're going to be trying Jollibee here in Edmonton. So we're going to be discussing while eating. So please join us. So right now we're just gonna unbox, or we're gonna be pulling out all the items from the bags that we purchased. So these are the items that we think we're gonna enjoy the most. So to start off, we have, of course, Palabok Fiesta again.
Yes.
Our favorite. Of course, everyone really likes this except
May spaghetti.
yeah, and then of course we have spaghetti. And then press mitch. Ano pa ang pwede mong
We have here, of course, favorite Chicken Joy.
Of course, chicken joy. And we have, of course, the cheesy yum burger and peach mango pie. Okay, so let's I'm gonna distribute this to you guys first.
Thanks. What do you want? Spaghetti or palabok? You want to try this?
Yeah,
Of
palabok.
course.
And then of course this is mine.
Okay.
And then do you want plates for your chicken, or do you want to put it here in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parang nandyan sa Philippines din.
Yeah.
We don't have straw, so we'll just
Yeah,
take it.
good. Ako okay lang. Okay, so as we go through our food for today, we're just gonna be introducing ourselves. I'd like to introduce, of course, my friends, and then they're going to introduce themselves as well. So on the left side of your screen, or on your right side of the screen, on my left side is, of course, the farthest away from me is Jasper Salinana, and he's the president of JCI Edmonton for this year. So, and then afterwards, this lady next to me is Pres Mitch Caretas. She's the president of JCI Makahalar 24K from the Philippines, and I'm Irvin Bautista, and I'm a member of JCI Manila in the Philippines as well. So, okay, let's start. So, kain muna tayo, and then we're
Yes.
just gonna introduce ourselves.
Eat first
Yeah.
before everything.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, spaghetti is a lot.
You want some more?
It's okay. I'll get later, maybe.
Oh, meron silang. Thank you.
Lemon soup. Or lemon juice.
Yeah. That's palabok without lemon juice. And I also like my palabok with pepper and
Yeah, pepper.
patis.
Fish sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, sarap ah.
Yeah, of course.
Sarap.
Langhap, sarap.
Sarap.
I'll get my
Or for us lang tayo
line up.
So guys, 4 hours kaming pumila. So we started lining up at 6:30. Actually 6:40 na. And then we got our food around 11 na or
So-
10
Yeah, 10:40-ish.
10:40ish, going towards 11 a.m.
So originally it was breakfast.
It was originally for breakfast. Now it's for lunch. So it's kind of brunch na. It's yeah. So I'd like to get.
I like my chicken, spicy chicken with spaghetti.
Yeah, sorry.
We
Oh,
try
really?
that.
No.
It's without rice. I'll just have it with spaghetti.
Just either you choose a
Some
crispy
gravy.
one. Yes, please. Who wouldn't want it? Who wouldn't want gravy?
I don't need gravy,
You don't really?
but I need to have spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
Spicy
There you go,
chicken
for the gravy.
with the spaghetti.
So again, I was told in eating chicken joy, you have to make sure that you eat the chicken skin last. Okay. So my sister Jack reminded me of that. Always eat the chicken skin last. Okay, so basically, as we move along, I would like to introduce myself.
Eat first.
Ang sarap talaga. How does it taste? Like Philippines?
Yeah, it's. But I think Jollibee is really good when you're in the Philippines.
Kasi dito, this is free yung chicken. Doon, hindi.
Easy to buy. Jollibee.
I know. You don't have to wait for, or
4
you don't
hours.
want, yeah, you don't have to wait for 4 hours before you can purchase this. How is it, Just?
Yeah, good. Very good.
Good thing just that I like spaghetti. I mean, I like my chicken with spaghetti.
That's good, eh?
I haven't tried my chicken with palabok, so I'll try that
Well,
next time.
Yeah. So, moving forward, I'm Irvin Bautista, and I've been a member of JCI Manila since 2013. 2013 or 2012. And I joined JCI because of Senator Glenn Chan. He was my classmate in one of the real estate seminars, and then he invited us, and among the invitees, I was the only one who went, and then went through JCI Manila, and then went through the projects, and then graduated as baby JC, and then a regular member. And then I in 2015 I served in the area board with then AVP Steve Ticanco. I was the area general legal counsel in 2015, and then in 2016 I ran as a member of the board of directors under President Rami Villavicencio in 2016 for JCI Manila, and then I got the position of the NATREL, or the National Relations Position Director. Now, at the same time, considering that the then AVP Steve Ticanco ran as the national president of JCI Philippines, and he won, so I served under him as the general legal counsel of JCI Philippines in 2016. So I was kind of concurrently holding two positions in 2016. One is elected and one is appointed. And as the director for national relations for JCI Manila, and then as the General Legal Counsel of JCI Philippines as well. So that was the last active positions that I had with JCI Manila until I migrated here in Canada in 2017. So tinapos ko lang din lahat ng trabaho ko doon. And then I moved here now to be with my loving wife.
Yes.
So how about you guys? Who would like to start?
Okay, I am Michelle Caretas. I'm from JCI Macaulay 24K in the Philippines, in the city of Cagayan de Oro. It's a all-female chapter, and our chapter started in 1985, and I am the 2017 LO president. I started my JCI career in 2012. I was a baby JCs, and
2012?
yeah,
Wow.
and I became regular member in 2013 during JCI week. And in 2013, under the under JCI Senator Apolcera's term,
Oh.
I was the public relation officer.
PRO.
Yeah, that was my first position in JCI. And in 2015, I was the Secretary General
Yeah.
under the leadership of Press Ann. And then in 2016, I was the Executive Vice President under Press Start. And in 2017, of course, I was the 2017 fellow president and immediate past president. I don't have national position, but I'm still kind of like supporting the chapter.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm here in Canada to visit my kids,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
Not
I didn't migrated yet.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah. Soon. Either way, she will have to stay here.
Yeah, of course.
And you, Jazz?
Sure. So I'm Jasper Sayana, and I'm from I'm actually moved here from Cagayan de Oro
Wow.
to all the way from her.
Kababayan.
Yeah. And I joined JCI back in, I think it was 2014. And I just joined as a regular member, and the reason why I joined is I wanted to be more active in the community. So I was looking for other organizations to join, or even just other volunteer opportunities. So then I found JCI. I attended one of the events they had back then, and I just, I got into it, or I guess I got sucked into JCI.
Yeah,
And
it's addictive.
yes. Yeah, so I joined only as a member. I think I was only a member for like a year, or no, I was just a participant for a year, and I decided I wanted to be part of the board and to participate and do more. So then a year after, I think that was 2016, where I joined the board as a secretary. And then the year after, again as a secretary, and then our treasurer left, and I was the only other qualified person to be the treasurer role. Because to be on our chapter, to be a treasurer, you need to be a CPA.
Oh.
It's in our bylaws. So yeah, so that is why I got into it. So I was doing a double role that year. Good thing it was only for a few months. And then the year after, I was the director of, I guess we had it as director of travel. So basically we were like coordinating, director of travel and training. So I was responsible for getting trainings organized and getting our chapter organized if they want to go traveling to a conference somewhere. And then the year after I was VP, and then this year I'm the president. So yeah, that's pretty much my JCI history.
Okay. That's good.
So his position in 2015 or 2016 was, or 17 was kind of like a natural thing.
No. 2015, right?
No, his position.
Yeah, in 2015.
Was it 2017?
Oh yeah, because
No.
in Manila, in JCI Manila, there were years wherein training is integrated with NATREL or National Relations, and in our term, during our term in 2016, National Relations position and the training position are totally different.
Oh, okay.
So they are of two different departments. So, but yeah,
in Makahalar, I mean, I think in small chapters
Yeah.
like us, small, few members only. We call it VP for international. They are the ones who do the travel thing,
Right. Yeah. The coordinating with other chapters
Yeah.
or anything like that. Yeah.
collaborating with other chapters if you have projects. So the VP international will handle that thing.
Yeah, I guess for our chapter, we were small, so that is why I was able to do both of those positions at the same time. And plus, our travel related, events or anything like that isn't as time consuming to organize, so it's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to
Easy.
basically manage both.
yeah. Well, basically in our term, during our term in JCI Manila, we had to separate training and national relations because we were trying to reach out for the entire JCI Philippines. So if we're gonna be integrating training and national relations into one person, then it would really be hard because national relations in itself, you had to reach out to other chapters in the
You have a
Philippines.
lot of
And considering
sister
that,
chapters also.
and not just that,
Yeah.
we need to go out of our comfort zones, and we need to reach out to the entire JCI Philippines. So the training alone is also taxing and very not really complicated, but the task assigned for training in 2016 is really so difficult because they had to organize trainings all over JCI Philippines. So it's a good thing that we were able to separate that into two functions, and then but nonetheless then Director Jeremy Clemente, who was then the director for training, we were able to coordinate with one another, and we really had a good team doing or implementing our jobs. Now, of course, before moving on, I just would like to ask, what is JCI? I mean, a lot of our viewers would be asking. I mean, you've been discussing your position, your organization, but what is JCI for them, especially for those who do not know JCI? Diba?
Okay.
You first.
For me, what JCI is about, I think it mainly revolves around personal development. It starts from personal development, and as you're growing yourself as an individual, you'll find that's when we then work with, or I guess as you're growing yourself, in the process you'll be helping out the community at the same time, because we're a leadership organization, and yet the things that we do in JCI primarily impacts the community that we are in, and because of that, we're also more of a, not necessarily a volunteer type of an organization where you go in and just volunteer, but you're actually doing more than volunteering. You're growing yourself and giving back to the community at the same time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think Jasper already said everything, but to add on about JCI, I think it's aside from personal development, you also, I think for me, one of the thing is to have a network.
Yeah, network.
That's, you will meet a lot of people from other places,
Yeah.
especially in the Philippines. You met from people, JCI from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And now I met Jasper, and I didn't know he was from Cagayan de Oro, so kababayan.
Yeah.
So I think network is one of the thing also.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's more of like, yeah, other than the personal development and the networking, it's more of like We are instruments.
Because I have friends, or I mean, co-members in JCI that are already business partners also. So they put up coffee shop.
Oh,
There-
coffee shops. Yeah.
Yeah, there are I think 5 members who owns a coffee shop, a partnership coffee shop. So that's because ladies are very more on talking. So I think
Yeah, I think JCI Manila is also like that. Yeah, JCI Manila. I think when you really are comfortable with people around you, especially in JCI, I think you have so much to think about. You have so much to talk about. So just like the three of us, when we were lining up in Jollibee, from the moment that we started lining up until we got to order, we were just talking about JCI. JCI all the way. JCI, JCI, JCI. As much as we want to discuss personal lives or other matters aside from JCI, we all end up talking about JCI. So when you really have a life in JCI, I mean, to be honest, when I left for Canada from JCI, from the Philippines in 2017, January, it took a while before I got to accept the fact that I'm not part of JCI. I'm part of JCI Manila technically, but in spirit it is hard because I cannot participate.
active.
I'm not an active person anymore. It's kind of frustrating just because I was trying to find ways to be more active, not just in JCI Manila but in JCI as well. It's just that, of course, when you start your own life here in JCI in Canada, you have to focus on that.
Yeah.
I mean, juggling between family and work. Of course, you have to focus more on work because here in Canada, working is not really easy. You really have to prove yourself in order for you to rise up the ranks. So I am working really hard, to be honest, in getting this job. And fortunately, since I just started here this year, so I'm really proving myself a lot. So it's kind of hard, but nonetheless, JCI Manila, that I'm with you in spirit. So please call me when you start campaigning. And I promise so much to Jasper and JCI Manila. I know for a fact that he's doing good in his term.
Yeah.
And I've been trying
Congratulations.
to attend activities as much as possible. You know that.
Yeah.
Diba,
Of course.
Jas?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
It's not that, I'm so busy. Yeah. Yeah. Dami na natin napag-usapan.
Oo nga. Ay, Lord, sorry.
Yeah, so I guess what else can we talk about JCI? What other things that we can talk about JCI?
I'm more curious with
Oh yeah. Well, this is not about us. This is not the two of us. This is not about the two of us. This is about JCI Edmonton.
No.
So if you are
I didn't know that.
interested,
yeah.
oh, by the way, if you want
There's an
to,
invitation there.
if you want to attend, where's the invitation?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So if you want to know more about JCI and if you want to join JCI, they have an event. Jasper,
Yeah.
can you do the invite?
Sure. So we have an experienced JCI event on September 9. It's at 6 p.m. or 5:30. We open the doors all the way to 8:30, and it's at Creative Hive. It's in Edmonton, in the west side of Edmonton. So basically, it's going to be our open house. Basically, you'll have the opportunity to learn more about what JCI is about and JCI Edmonton is about, and we'll have our members, our past presidents, and a whole bunch of other people from JCI. We just like mingle and talk to people, and we also have like certain areas dedicated for our projects. If you have any questions, if you guys learn more about the projects or other opportunities within JCI, we'll have that there. And we also we'll have a short presentation about who we are, and I'll probably talk a bit about what we're going to be doing, and we'll be also inviting our incoming, or not guest, not incoming, but our nominee for JCI Canada National President, who'll be talking about like his agenda for JCI Canada in general and what it means for JCI Edmonton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when would this be again?
On September 9,
September 9th,
Monday.
Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. It's free, guys. So the event will happen in 16819 111 Avenue Northwest, Edmonton. That would be at the Creative Hive, Edmonton. Again, on September 9th, that's a Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. It's free, so you can just come in. And then
Invite your friends.
Invite your friends. But nonetheless, if you don't really need this, if you need more information about JCI, especially Edmonton, you can go to their website, which is jciedmonton.com.
Yep.
And if you are here living in Edmonton, you want to join at JCI, JCI Edmonton is the only JCI chapter here in Edmonton, right? But if you are from the Philippines, say for example, you are based in Manila, JCI Manila accepts and new memberships. And if you are a young male from 18 to 40 years old, and you're interested in joining JCI, and you're living in Manila, then JCI Manila is the closest chapter for you. But if you are also living in, say for example, Cagayan de Oro, and if you are a female, then you can attend JCI Makahalar 24K. I'll post the link below so that you can know where to go. But nonetheless, JCI Manila and JCI Makahalar 24K are not the only chapters in the Philippines. We are actually scattered all over the Philippines. So
I think 182 chapters.
182 chapters. And then if you want to join, wherever you may be located in the Philippines, there's definitely a JCI for you.
Yeah.
If you're living in Luzon or in the Visayas or in Mindanao, then we have a JCI for you. But nonetheless, if you want to know more about JCI in the Philippines, you can contact anyone. Actually, you can contact me. You can contact Michelle for any information you need. If you don't know anything about JCI, then Jasper is the person you can talk to here in Edmonton. Right?
Sure.
Yeah. But nonetheless, aside from that, of course, we want to talk to you about the conferences. Of course, JCI is not about projects, it's not about the fun activities, but also we have conferences, we have conventions. Of course, with the projects that we do for a year, of course, it is recognized, and of course, that's the time where we find out the future plans of JCI, especially in JCI Canada. What are the conferences that we have here in JCI Canada?
So for this year, we have our national conference in Vernon. It's on September 11. So that's just close to our, experience event. So a few days after, I'll be flying out to Vernon, and that's in BC. So our national conference will be there for I think starts on a Wednesday all the way to Saturday evening. And I think the only other conference is the World Conference, right, in Estonia. That's from November 4 to 8, I think.
Yeah, that's the World Congress in Estonia.
Yeah.
But other than that, all throughout the year, do you have any other conferences that they can attend to, just in case?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, for looking into next year, I think we'll have a regional conference. I'm not sure where it is yet, but we'll have a regional conference somewhere here in either Alberta or BC. And we will be having our national conference in Montreal next year.
Quebec.
In Quebec. And I think national or World Conference or World Congress will be in Yokohama, Japan. Yeah.
For next year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the area conference in North America or the Americas.
Oh, the Americas. Yeah.
I'm not sure where it is going to be next year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They haven't announced it yet, right?
Probably.
Okay. Well, we'll find out. But nonetheless, the conference in the Americas is one conference that you should look out for. Of course, because this includes not just Canada, but this includes U.S. and Mexico.
Yeah, I guess all of the Americas, all the way to South America.
All the way to South America.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that you can watch out for. The equivalent Americas conference in the Americas in Asia is the Asian Pacific Conference. So it is attended by all the Asian countries and Pacific countries, right?
Yeah.
So of course, Philippines is one of those countries that attend the ASPAC. We call that ASPAC, or the Asian Pacific Conference. But other Asian Pacific Conference is usually held in May.
Yeah.
So next year, where will it go?
I don't have
No idea. Yeah, no idea. But ASPAC always happens in May. But at the same time, if you want to go local for the Philippines, we have our area conferences, since the Philippines have 5 areas. So next year, if you are in Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Bicol region, or Metro Manila, then the area conferences will be held in those places as well. And then we also have the national convention. Area conferences happen usually in September. Now and
First
then
week.
first week of September, and then the national convention usually happens in the first week of October. Yeah, so October. So a month after the area conference is the national convention, and then the national convention is a official conference for the entire JCI Philippines. So we usually attend that. It's a fun thing to do to attend
Yeah.
JCI, a national convention. But at the same time, other than the area conference, the national convention, the Asia Pacific Conference, we also have, of course, it's the same thing. We have the World Congress, and this year it will happen in Estonia. It will be in November, and the next year in Yokohama, Japan. So that's something to watch out for. Japan is really hardcore members of JCI. When they do host, they do it with a band.
Yeah.
Sobra. They really are good in hosting events, and they give it all out. Now, so of course, when you do attend, it's a fun and exciting times, especially for Manila, because we do have side activities. We go everywhere, and it's
Side
really good.
trips.
Side trips, as we speak. Yeah. So I'm gonna be posting the links below for JCI Edmonton, JCI Makahalar 24K, and JCI Manila. If you are interested to join, please do, because this world needs better change, and we will never stop until we achieve that.
Yeah.
JCI has been established since the 1940s. 1940s. Is it 1940s?
I think 1938.
By Gissenberg, Henry
Yeah.
Gissenberg.
Yeah.
So he was the one who started JCI, and it was started in Louisiana, USA, and 19 something.
Missouri.
Missouri. Yeah,
Missouri.
sorry. That's where the headquarters is located. Sorry. So JCI was founded by Henry Gissenberg in Missouri, USA, and then it was established sometime in 1900s. Not really 1900s, but it's more of like 1930 something. And then it started in the USA. It quickly spread into the Americas, and then the fire spread on in Manila in 1946. 48, I think. And then Manila preceded JCI Philippines, and then we started in Asia, so it's really good to be part or belong from a premier local organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, if you are interested in joining JCI, please do not hesitate to contact us, and we will be gladly answering your questions or queries. All right, so any more last words before we go?
Thank you very much, Director Erwin, for inviting us.
And
Of
for
course.
the food.
Yes,
Anytime.
Jollibee.
Jollibee.
In Edmonton.
Si Jabi. We really like Jollibee. I mean, how did you find the Jollibee, by the way?
It's same in the Philippines.
Same?
Yep.
But
Really?
just in Canada.
Oh, just in Canada. So I guess we have so much food to eat pa.
Yeah.
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 No, they don't like the burgers Jollibee.
No, I have one.
Oh yeah. Because they bought extra food for themselves.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess thank you for joining us today, and I hope that you learned something from JCI and Jollibee. Don't mind the Jollibee anymore. But nonetheless, I hope that we have excited your interest in joining JCI. There's so many non-profit volunteer organizations out there. Okay, and JCI is just one of them. But we are we are doing this because we really are proud to be members of JCI, especially with the work that we have done in our respective areas. And I hope that we can instill in you that fire as well, not just by becoming members of JCI, but as a person as well. So see you soon, guys. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.